Selector.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. It's the 9th annual Rally the Valley, which is an annual benefit Callaway Young Cancer Center. This year, however, it's going to be a little bit different with the pandemic and all. We're going entirely virtual from the beautiful Youth Theater in Rifle. So thank you, everyone on the internet blogosphere. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. We're going to have an incredible evening, as today we're going to hear stories from those impacted by cancer. Learn where funds are allocated when you go to rallythevalley.org. That's rallythevalley.org to donate. You can make a donation now or anytime in the future. That's rallythevalley.org. I'd like to give a great shout out to our local sponsors that made this rally happen. Special thanks to Larry and Susan Marks, Rick and Linda Keister, Alpine Bank, and Encore Electric. If you need any banking or electric needs, go to Alpine Bank or Encore Electric. Thanks, you guys, for helping out. And Marlene Miller. Marlene Miller made a nice donation, and she's going to double everyone else's donation. That's why it's so important that you go to rallythevalley.org today or any day, rallythevalley.org, and make your donation. We've also got some incredible music today. We've got Robin Wilson. He is the lead singer of the Gin Blossoms. We've got members of Leftover Salmon. And to kick off today's show, it is my honor to introduce the Valley's very own Let Them Roar. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy Let Them Roar.
Summer rains drive hard, always rinse away the dirt. Oh, you can't always predict a storm. The same goes for a man's worth. When the stars shine through, you'll be pleasantly bewildered. Tried my best to chase the moon, but it was just a sliver. Westward waters, won't you wash my dirt away? Wildflowers, won't you lead my way? Are still. Oh, that first freeze is bone cold. You pay no mind to earth if you strive to become whole. And time sure slips away when you're falling in love. And my house I can stand to drag when you carry all. Westward waters, won't you wash my dirt away? Wildflowers, won't you lead my way?
about that, huh? Amazing. We're all here for Rally the Valley. It's a benefit that it's for the fundraiser for the Callaway Young Cancer Center in Valley View Hospital. And proceeds today, of course, go to the Callaway Young Cancer Center and by providing integrated therapies and support services to those battling cancer. We're going to learn more about exactly what integrated therapies are all about. We're going to do that in a moment. But first, earlier we spoke to Valley View's own Dr. Rossi and Dr. Mayer, and a few words about the importance of Rally in the Valley and what it means to Valley View Hospital and the Callaway Center, Callaway Young Cancer Center. This is the video we shot.
Thank you, David. Thank you for this awesome opportunity. We in the Callaway Young Cancer Center are so grateful to talk to everyone today. Thankful for everybody's participation in Rally the Valley. It's our big event for this year to support all our cancer patients, and I can't tell you enough from me personally how grateful I am. I am Peter Rossi. I'm a radiation oncologist. I'm on staff at Valley View Hospital, the Callaway Young Cancer Center, and this rally is our premier event to celebrate the survivorship in the Valley, to get the support of the Valley, and to show how grateful we are for the trust the Valley gives us to support their family that are undergoing cancer treatments and cancer care. I've been a cancer doctor for 20 years. I've been at Callaway Young Cancer Center now for a little over 3 years, and I can't tell you how proud I am to be with the group I am with every day. And we have a lot of things that set us apart, and one of them is just our great support from our survivors, our donors, and from our community. Other things that set us apart is integrative therapy, and that's what 100% of the money that gets donated to Rally the Valley goes to support. Integrative therapy in my world is called integrative oncology, and everybody gets it at Callaway Young Cancer Center. At other cancer centers I've worked at, the premier cancer centers, unless you had deep pockets and the best insurance, nobody was offered it, because it takes really great leadership and really a long-term view to understand what difference it can make. And I'll tell you, there's things like healing touch, aromatherapy, acupuncture. These things are evidence-based and improve patients' quality of life. That's a message I have for you today, is that your money, your donation, your support, in any way it comes through, helps and reaches so many people, and we're so grateful. So thank you. I hope you just have an awesome day, an awesome celebration. David, thank you for leading us through this. I know the music is just superb. Again, thank you from the bottom of our heart.
Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you coming out and supporting Rally the Valley and supporting our Cancer Center. I'm Dr. Stephen Mayer. I'm the medical oncologist at the Callaway Young Cancer Center, and I want to impress upon everybody how important your support has been. This cancer center was built largely from private donations, not from public money from Glenwood Springs or Garfield County. And we to this day rely on your generosity to help support initiatives that help all of us physicians and our staff take better care of our patients. One of the main goals of Rally the Valley and of our foundation is to support what's called integrative therapies. Integrative therapies is a whole suite of different techniques to take care of patients that don't involve chemotherapy, don't involve surgery, don't involve radiation, don't involve the things that I do on a regular basis. What this does is help patients feel better, suffer less from the side effects from the treatments that we do, and make them feel more whole while they're going through cancer treatment, and even after they're done with their cancer treatment. We give these patients access to integrative therapies throughout their life after they're even done with their cancer, if they're having long-standing difficulties from the treatments that they've received. These involve things like acupuncture for neuropathies caused by chemotherapy, or hot flashes for breast cancer patients who are on anti-estrogen therapies. It involves yoga and meditation and relaxation techniques, massage for patients while they're going on chemotherapy. The massage therapists actually come into our infusion center while the patients are in there in a chair getting chemotherapy, and they get massages to help them relax, and that helps in meaningful ways, helps reduce the risk of nausea, anxiety, and just really helps them feel better at a time when they're struggling. It's really unique. I've worked at cancer centers around the country. I've always wished I had access to these kinds of treatment modalities for my patients, but insurance doesn't pay for them. So most cancer centers can't afford to give away these treatments to the patients. They can't afford to hire the staff that's required to take care of patients in this way. We're fortunate through the generous donations from our community, through events like Rally the Valley, from all of you, in being able to provide this service to our patients. It's one of the main reasons I moved to the Callaway Young Cancer Center. We do a really good job of taking care of cancer patients in all of the ways that we can, whether or not it's making money for the system as a whole. And your donations allow us to do that, and I want to thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rossi and Dr. Mayer. You know, cancer, it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter who you are, how much money you make, what color you are. It doesn't matter anything. 600,000 people are expected to die this year. More than 600,000 people across all ages. It's amazing. You know, most of us are going to have to deal with it, and we're going to face it one way or another. And that's, I wish. You know, I have my own experiences. We're going to show some videos of other people telling their stories. But about 3 years ago, my dad, he was showing some symptoms of something. He didn't know what it was. He went to the hospital. He lives in a resort community, kind of like we do. It's just in a different part of the country, in a warm weather state. And he went to the doctor, and he got his blood test, and they said, "Oh, come back in a month. We'll give you an update." There you go. And a month passed, and he went back for more tests, and they said, "Come back in a month." And this happened for 5 months. I mean, they didn't have a Callaway Young Cancer Center there. I don't know what the heck they were doing. My sister grabbed him and threw him in the car and drove him halfway across the country to another hospital and found out that he had cancer. And it was only about 4 or 5 months. Didn't even get to the chemo, the treatments, the radiation, anything like that. He was gone. None of us were expecting. In less than a year from first symptoms, he's gone. And you know, the memories that I have lots of memories of my dad. I drove him crazy as a kid. Learned to play golf so I could play golf with him. As an adult, played 20 years of golf with him, which was great. I have a wide variety of memories, but I also have memories of his last month in bed. I have memories of my dad who was having troubles constructing sentences, looking at me one day, and he said quietly, he asked me, "Why is God doing this to me?" And I will remember that for always. I'll remember the times where my brother-in-law and myself would have to help my dad in the bathroom to deal with that. This is the guy I looked up to my entire life. The guy who had answers to every single question I ever had. Somebody I could look to if I was confused as an adult. As a child, my dad was, well, you know how they ask you what you want to do when you grow up, what you want to be? I never knew the answer to that stupid question. But I did know I wanted to be my dad. And cancer robbed me of my dad. And you know, for the last 15 years, I've been teaching kids with cancer with a local program up in Aspen that teaches teenager kids and younger Gives them a week off from not thinking about radiation and not thinking about the fact that their hair is falling out of their heads and not thinking about the fact that their friends died. We give them a week where we just laugh and we learn how to ski. And for those kids that aren't strong enough to ski, we put them in sleds and we use adaptive equipment. It's a week of ski camp. How fun is that? Well, that's a real deal too, because cancer kills there too. In fact, I had a young woman in my studio, and I interviewed her, and she talked about how she wanted to be in oncology, and she wanted to cure cancer. She wanted to do that part of curing cancer. She was 15 years old, and she had more life than anybody I'd met in years. She had lost her shoulder. She had her shoulder amputated. She was gone in a year. And the other girl that was in the studio, she was gone in 2 years. Kids with their whole lives in front of them. Cancer doesn't discriminate. Cancer kills. Cancer sucks. And that's why we're here today. We're here to raise money because, you know what, together we can unite behind something like, I don't know, killing cancer, getting rid of cancer. And we're making strides, but we still have a ways to go. That's why we're doing Rally the Valley each and every year for 9 consecutive years, and we're going to do it again next year. Anyway, we've got a video right now of other people share. I wish it was just me that had these stories, but so many of us will have stories just like this. Mine are too many of us. Here's some of those stories.
My name is Angela Abner Strode. I am a wife and mother of 2, and I'm a partner at Hayes and Strode Law. In 2018, when my sons were about to turn 3 and 1, I received a 1 in a million diagnosis for a rare bone cancer. There was an orange-sized tumor growing in my skull, and I had to have surgery and radiation in 2019. That was the most difficult experience of my life. I spent most of the year unable to do anything but take care of myself. And even then, a lot of times I couldn't. I felt extreme guilt watching everybody around me pick up the slack that I couldn't carry on my own. My words of encouragement are that there is hope. I do feel good now. I do feel strong and healthy now.
My name is Kim Burns. I am the oncology nurse practitioner at Valley View, and I support patients through their cancer journey. We support patients for years after their diagnosis by providing care for the whole person, whether it be psychological support or physical side effects from treatment. Integrative therapies provide support services to our cancer patients by providing massage, acupuncture, and healing touch.
So my name is Sherry Sederberg. I'm from Glenwood Springs, and I received a breast cancer diagnosis last May of 2018. I have been a beneficiary of integrative therapies and all that they offer, and the best benefit has been the hugs and the smiles I get when I walk through the door. It is a healing process like none other that you can't measure. It's, yeah. You can't put a price tag on the value of what you receive that's not really a measurable thing. Because when you're being healed spiritually and emotionally through human touch and just bona fide concern, that's where the real work gets done, I think. That's what allows you to actually heal. I didn't know anything about Rally to the Valley or any of this. And so it's one of those things until it hits you, you're very unaware and you don't even know what's going on. And until I needed it, I didn't know it was a need. Walking through the door of this hospital anymore, it's not a scary thing because more of my procedures here at this hospital are through integrative therapies than they are my medical treatments. And so it starts to diffuse it. When you can say you can walk through the hospital doors and you're actually excited because you're receiving integrative therapies as opposed to a medical procedure, that's a good day. That's a really good thing.
My name is Bruce Anderson. I've lived in the Valley for 48 years. I was diagnosed in October of 2016. Along the way to my becoming cancer-free, I received a tremendous amount of support from the Integrated Therapies group here at Valley View. But I did make a number of friends, and I found it amazing the level of caring and thoroughness and thoughtfulness and cooperation. If I hadn't met the people I did along the way, and knowing what I know about the cancer that I had, I will almost guarantee you we wouldn't be doing this. I'd be pushing up daisies right now.
My name is Matt Spadell. I'm from Glenwood Springs, Colorado, and I'm the Jimmy John's franchisee. Cancer's had a direct impact on our life since 2013 when my wife was diagnosed early on, and it just changed everything. It changed from here's our most important thing yesterday and here's our most important thing going forward. So it just really taught me to take care of others and see other people's needs. And then once I learned how important that was, and I'm still learning today, how important other people's needs are, it just fulfills you 100 times over. I think Rally the Valley rounds out all of the things that traditional medicine doesn't provide, and it gives you that. It's maybe only 10% of the care, but it maybe means 90% of the mental well-being.
My name is Carrie Hassel, and I am currently a school principal at Sopris Elementary in Glenwood Springs. So last May of 2019, I received that dreaded callback from my routine mammogram that said they would like me to see me back because they think they might have found something. And eventually, about 3 months later, so last August, so about a year ago, they determined that I did have breast cancer. I'm not one that really seeks help or allows people to help and support me very much, but that changed really fast because I realize now I really need that. The staff here at Valley View and the Callaway Young Cancer Center, I can't say enough about them. They were amazing. And I really felt at that point, even though this is getting scarier and scarier, in some ways it wasn't. I would continue to go to integrated therapies. They helped me immensely with the psychological and the emotional side of this. And then all of the oncologists and surgeons and physical therapists, all of those people helped me with the physical part of it. So let's fast forward to today. I'm cancer-free. I have finished reconstructive surgery recently, and I feel great. So yes, I had cancer, and this has been a tough year. But because of all the supports that were in place all over the place with my own family, like I said, my colleagues, the hospital, the cancer center, when I look back on it, just a year from my diagnosis, it wasn't that bad. I really feel like I was, in some ways, blessed. A lot of good things came out of it. I feel very loved. I felt very cared for. And lucky, extremely lucky. The other thing that happened was I've had a lot of women come back and tell me that they finally went and got their overdue mammogram after hearing my story. I recently went and finally did my overdue colonoscopy after a friend was recently diagnosed with colon cancer. And that could potentially save other people's lives and save other people from having to go through this.
Now, earlier we were talking about how the funds raised at this year's Rally the Valley, or the 8 consecutive ones, as this is the 9th annual Rally the Valley. It benefits integrated therapies at the Callaway Young Cancer Center. Now, you might be wondering, what is integrated therapies? What is integrated support? What does all of that mean? Well, instead, what we did is we brought the manager in here, the manager of integrated therapies, Joe Brusciani, to tell us more about what it's about. Joe, thanks for spending some time with us today.
Thanks for being here, David.
Really appreciate it. Okay, so what is integrated therapies? Integrated, what does that mean?
So we are a team of therapists. We have acupuncture, massage, craniosacral therapy, heart math, healing touch, and we support our patients during their cancer treatment. So we are part of the Cancer Center medical team with these complementary services.
So when somebody has a cancer diagnosis and they start getting their chemotherapy or the radiation, they come to you?
Right, right. So we get orders from our physicians. They refer their patients. You know, at the least, a cancer diagnosis is stressful, right? So what we do in integrated therapies helps patients' nervous systems calm. We treat side effect symptoms from their cancer care. Dry mouth, nausea, vomiting, neuropathy that can be side effects of cancer treatment.
I mean, so what are some of the side effects? I never had chemotherapy, but I've heard what radiation's like. What are some of those side effects?
You know, chemotherapy side effects common are nausea, vomiting, a weakened immune system.
So that's a real thing.
That's a real thing. Sleeplessness, fatigue. That's a big side effect of radiation therapy is fatigue, one of the #1 side effects.
And I noticed my dad, he was exhausted. I mean, he lost all of his strength. About 95%.
Right, right. It's exhausting. Cancer care is a full-time job, David. So, you know, our patients have families, they have jobs, and we just gave them another full-time job.
Now, is radiation the same? Do they the same type of?
Different side effects. You know, radiation care is different than chemotherapy or systemic care, we call it. But there's absolutely side effects. Again, the #1 side effect in radiation therapy is fatigue.
Now, who qualifies for integrated
All
therapy?
patients being treated at
All
Callaway Young
cancer
Center.
patients.
All the patients that choose their care at Callaway Young, what we provide through the Rally Fund, our integrated therapies and our support services, all our patients qualify for
And
that.
go over some of those services again.
So we have a coffee walk and talk group. We have a support group that patients get together weekly.
Which is great, where they can talk and
Awesome.
communicate and fellowship, I guess, about exactly what's going on.
Exactly. How was it for you? I mean, everybody's individual, but it's a camaraderie. You know, we have gas and grocery cards. We provide emergency assistance for our patients. We have lodging assistance that we provide for our patients if they're coming from Grand Junction or Steamboat or Crested Butte or Gunnison. People come from all over the state for their care at Callaway Young. If you've been told you have to have radiation therapy, you might have to be in our center for 5 weeks, Monday through Friday.
5 weeks.
It can happen.
So it's pretty much you guys take care of the things we didn't think about whatsoever, because we're
Exactly.
thinking about whether or not we're going to survive cancer.
Yeah, supporting our patients, supporting their families through the journey of cancer care is what the Rally Fund supports.
And all of the funds that are generated from rallythevalley.org. Rallythevalley.org is where you can go to donate at any time. Rallythevalley.org, 100% of the proceeds?
100%, David. 100% of the funds donated to the Rally Fund go to help the patients at Callaway Young Cancer Center.
9
pretty
consecutive
remarkable.
years. Pretty remarkable. So, Joe, I need to ask you one quick question. Who do you rally for?
You know, David, I rally for my friend Buck, and I rally for all patients who cross the threshold at Callaway Young Cancer Center.
And I definitely rally for my dad and all of the shining stars that I've taught and the future shining stars that I'll get an opportunity to teach in the future. Now check out this video to find out who others rally for.
My name is Kim Burns, and I rally for our patients at the Callaway Young Cancer Center, their families, and our staff that support everyone every day.
Yeah, my name is Matt Spidell, and I rally for Michelle Elizabeth Spidell and all the nurses and doctors around her and in Valley View.
My name is Gregory Cowan, and I'm rallying for my mom.
My name's Charlotte Hanks, and I rally for my grandparents, Wayne and Betty Guillory.
I'm Sherry Sederberg from Glenwood Springs, and I'm floating for not just myself, but for any future patients that get the opportunity to walk through those doors of the Callaway Young Cancer Center.
We're Beth, John, and Sonny Quinn from Newcastle, Colorado, and we rally for Linda Brown in Lake in the Hills, Illinois.
We rally for our entire community and cancer patients associated with the Callaway Young Cancer Center and all of our awesome staff that are part of their care.
I'm Dr. Stephen Mayer. I rally for all of my patients and all of the patients we share amongst the physicians at Callaway Young Cancer Center.
My name is Peter Rossi. I'm one of the cancer doctors. I rally for everyone. Your trust is sacred to us. I'm so proud of this event, Rally the Valley, and I rally for all our survivors every day.
I'm Robin Wilson of Gin Blossoms, and I rally for everyone who's battling cancer.
Greetings from Michelle, Roger, and Remy.
Wishing you all good health and safety.
My name is Angela, and I rally for anyone who is fighting this battle right now.
What do we do? We rally, rally. What do we do? We rally, rally, rally. And all the breast cancer patients. We rally for our grandma Claudia Serafin and all the breast cancer patients. I rally for their grandma and all the breast cancer patients. We rally!
Hi, I'm Stan McClintock with Encore Electric. For the past 10 years, we've been a partner with Valley View Hospital and Rally the Valley. The staff at Rally the Valley are awesome, and the people that this supports are terrific. Each year as a company, we look forward to this event. Thank you.
I'm Lindsay, and I'm rallying for my grandma and pancreatic cancer.
Hi, it's Kate Collins. I'm representing Banking on a Cure, Team Alpine Bank. And I am rallying today at the Hot Springs Pool. It's a place that really brings me a lot of happiness. Haven't been here a lot lately. It's August 29th. I'm also rejoicing because it is raining right now, and so there's a lot to rally for. And I'm remembering today 4 of my, I would say, sisters, closer than friends, who didn't make it through cancer in the last 4 years. That's Leslie Bethel, Nancy Reinish, and Maureen Knuckles of the Roaring Fork Women's Triathlon team, and Frances Collins. And I remember them, and I rally for them, and I'm banking on a cure. Support the Callaway Young Cancer Center with your generous donation this year.
My name is Carrie, and I rally for my daughter Eva in hope that the research continue so that she never has to experience breast cancer.
At Rally the Valley this year, I will be floating for 2 people. My little sister Betsy, who died of cancer in the summer of 2016. And on a brighter note, for my cousin Karen Anderson, who lives in Florida and just had a double mastectomy. It is her 3rd bout in 25 years with breast cancer, and she has an optimistic outlook, and so I'll be floating for her.
You know, I was thinking about their conversation with Joe Bergeny just a minute ago about the Callaway Young Cancer Center. It's a world-class cancer center, and how lucky are we to have that cancer center here in the Colorado High Country, right here in Glenwood Springs at Valley View Hospital. How fortunate are we? You know, oftentimes we live in these rural communities, and we just don't have what we need. Well, this is what we have for cancer, and it's the Callaway Young Cancer Center, and the Rally the Valley. The benefits go to the integrated support services of the Callaway Young Cancer Center. So how grateful and how lucky are we? Now, right now we're going to go to live music. We got more live music from Let Them Roar, but first we got some videos. We took our video cameras to a leftover salmon concert, and they wanted to be part of this. So on their sound check, they did a couple of live performances, and they liked it so much they did a few more backstage. So check this out. If you're a leftover salmon fan, you want to check this out. And then we got some Gin Blossom music coming up in a moment. But here's Leftover Salmon.
having us play Rally in the Valley. And to anyone struggling with cancer or impacted by it, this one goes out to you.
That was amazing. I mean, that mandolin player, come on, shut up. Unbelievable. Thank you, Leftover Salmon, and thank you so much to their sponsor, or sponsoring all the live music today, Belcom and Green in Glenwood Springs, sponsoring Leftover Salmon, and Gin Blossoms, which is coming up now, one of the most influential bands of the 90s. Many hits. I was on Spotify today listening to all their hits. I was like, oh yeah, that was a great song. Well, you're going to find out about that right now. Nominated for a Grammy Award. They lost to a remaster of a Beatles record. I mean, if you lose to the Beatles, that's okay. You can lose to the Beatles. But we're lucky enough to be joined today by their lead singer, Robin Wilson. I think he's got a son with him today, so you want to check this out. Robin, take it away.
Hello, welcome to Rally the Valley. I'm Robin Wilson, lead singer of Gin Blossoms. This is my son Gray, who's going to be performing lead guitar. We are here to rally for anyone battling cancer. This song was a #1 hit in both Canada and the Philippines.
They shouldn't have told me. At first I laughed, but now it's sinking in fast. Whatever they sold me. Well, baby, I don't want to take advice from fools. I just figure everything is cool till I hear it from you. It gets hard, the memories faded. Who gets what they say? It's likely they're just jealous and jaded. Well, maybe I don't want to take advice from fools. I just figure everything is cool till I hear it from you. Till I hear it from you. I can't let it get me off. I'll break up my train of thought. Far as I know, nothing's wrong till I hear it from you. About not living without it. I'm outside looking in till we're talking about not stepping around it. Maybe I don't want to take advice from fools. I just figure everything is cool till I hear it from you. 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 Till I hear it from you.
everybody. Hello, Colorado. Welcome to my basement here on Long Island, New York. Welcome to Rally the Valley. I'm Robin Wilson. I'm the singer of Gin Blossoms. And I also get to sing part-time for a group called the Smithereens, one of my favorite bands. I'm here with my son, Gray, who is a fine guitar player. And we're happy to be performing for all of you here. Welcome to Rally the Valley. We're going to do another song right now. This is a song I wrote once upon a time. This song was number 4 on the singles charts. That same week, Madonna was number 5.
I've lost my mind on what I'd find, and all of the pressures that I left behind on Addison Road. Falls in the rain, if the sun gets thrown, fires in the heavens and the eyes I knew on Addison Road. Dark clouds falling when the moon was near. Birds fly by AM in a bedroom stair. There was no telling what I might find, and I couldn't see I was lost at time. On Addison Road, yeah, I didn't know I was lost at the time. Road. So she fills up her sails with my wasted breath. Each one's more wasted than the others, you can bet, on Addison Road. Now I can't hide, so why not drive? I know I wanna love her, but I can't decide on Addison Road. And I didn't know I was lost at the time. Eyes in the sun when the road was unwide. I went looking for an exit sign, all I wanted to find tonight. On Addison Road, yeah, I didn't know I was lost at the time on Addison Road. All right, Greg. Lost my mind. If the sun gets thrown, fires in the heavens and the eyes I knew on Addison Road. On Addison Road. On Addison Road. Good job. All right, hi everybody. Welcome to Rally the Valley. I'm Robin Wilson. This is my son Gray. This is our basement here on Long Island, New York. Boy, I would love to be in Colorado with you. It's such a wonderful state, such a great place, and I miss the West. This is the longest I've been away from the West in my entire life. I've been home here on Long Island since quarantine took over in March. So missing the road. Missing being out there, and I've been doing live streams from my basement. You can see them on our Gin Blossoms official YouTube channel, and I actually do concerts out in my front yard for my neighbors, just to cheer the neighborhood up.
I'm not sure if it's working, but they haven't told me to stop yet, so got that going for us. So, Gray, let's do Quitter. Here's a song called Quitter. 1, 2, 3, whoa.
Looking over all the angles, obvious that some ain't right. Litter the recycle bin with all the things I'll change tonight. But that's not wrong, it's merely lame. There's no need to hide my shame. Well, I'm tired of slowly sinking. Still there's no one else to blame. I can't help it, I'm a quitter. From inside I'm cold and bitter, always out an unbeliever. We're not floating in the ether. Sick of the illusion that it's sad to ever want to know. Taking off and sputtering whenever it was time to go. But it's not my fault, I'll never try. I can't even tell you why. Well, I thought I heard you calling from the corner of my eye. I can't help it, I'm a quitter. From inside I'm cold and bitter, always out and in denial, laying wreaths in Spanish tile. I'm not scared, I'm only nervous when chocolate shakes and power surges. Stephen Hawking can't know either. We're not floating in ether. It's not my fault, I'll never try. I can't even tell you why. Well, I thought I heard you calling from the corner of my eye. I can't help it, I'm a quitter. From inside I'm cold and bitter, always out and in denial, laying wreaths in Spanish tile. I'm not scared, I'm only nervous when chocolate shakes and power surges. Stephen Hawking can't know either. We're not floating in ether, always out and in denial, laying wreaths in Spanish tile. Stephen Hawking can't know either. We're not floating in ether, in ether. In ether. In ether.
All right. Hey, Rally the Valley. Hi, everybody. Hello, Colorado. All right, Rally the Valley. Welcome to my basement. I'm going to play a rock and roll song for you. A couple years ago, Jim Blossoms released a record called Mixed Reality. This is a song I wrote for that album. This is called Break.
You can always hope that somehow you can rise above empty bottles and regrets, always piling up. We don't always want what's easy, never is enough. Not what I set out to be, or more than what I was, and I won't break. I won't let it break my heart. can always walk a hard line, you can stand alone, but when your dreams die fast, all return as ghosts. Looking out from under shadow, lighting by the sun, with my eyes wide shut, stare and soak it up, and I won't break. I won't let it break my heart. I crawl out from under, constant love. I fall and rise above, and I won't break. Hey. It's easy, never is enough. Not what I set out to be, I'm more than what I was, and I won't break. I won't let it break my heart. I crawl out from under, constant love. I fall and rise above, and I won't break. Close your eyes, hold me tight. Everything is gonna be alright. Close your eyes, hold me tight. Everything is gonna be alright. Close your eyes, hold me tight. Everything is gonna be alright. Close your eyes, hold me tight. Everything is gonna be alright. Here we go. All right. Okay. All last summer, in case you don't recall, I was yours and you were mine. Forget it all. Is there a line that I could write? It's sad enough to make you cry. And all the lines you wrote to me were lies. The months roll past, the love that you struck dead. Did you love me only in my head? The things you said and did to me seem to come so easily. The love I thought I'd won, you give for free. Whispers at the bus stop, I've heard about nights out the schoolyard. I found out about you. I found out about you. Rumors follow everywhere you go. Like when you left and I was last to know. You're famous now and there's no doubt. In all the places you hang out, they know your name and they know what you're about. Whispers at the bus stop, I've heard about nights out in the schoolyard. I found out about you. I found out about you. All right. Streetlights blink on through the car window. I get the time too often on AM radio. Well, you know it's all I think about. I write your name, drive past your house. Your boyfriend's over, I watch your lights go out. Whispers at the bus stop, I've heard about nights out the schoolyard. I found out about you. I found out about you. Whispers at the bus stop, I've heard about nights out the schoolyard. I found out about you. I found out about you. Found out about you.
All right, Colorado. It's been great performing for you. Again, my name is Robin Wilson of Gin Blossoms. This is my son Gray playing lead guitar. We're so proud to be a part of your event. Miss Colorado. Miss all my friends out in the West. And everybody take care, be good to each other, and let's make this a better world when all of this is over. Peace and love. Rock away. Rally the Valley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Tell me, do you think it'd be alright if I could just crash here tonight? You could see I'm in no shape for driving. Anyway, I've got no place to go, and you know it might not be that bad. You're the best I'd ever had. If I hadn't gone all thing years ago, I might not be alone. Tomorrow we could drive around this town, let the cops chase us around. Past is gone, but something might be found at Sickest Place. Hey, Jesse, hey, Jesse, you can't trust me not to think and not to sleep around. If you don't expect too much from me, you might not be there down. Cause all I really wants to be with you, feeling like I'm at it too. If I hadn't gone the whole thing years ago, I might be here with you. Tomorrow we could drive around this town, let the cops chase us around. Past is gone, but something might be found at Sickest Place. Hey, Jesse, this town. Let the cops chase us around. Best is gone where something might be found. We take his place. Hey, Jetsam. Hey, Jetsam. Tell me, do you think it'd be alright if I could just crash here tonight? You could see I'm in no shape for driving. Anyway, I've got no place to go. And you know it might not be that bad. You were the best I'd ever had. If I had known the one thing years ago, I might not be alone. Tomorrow we can drive around this town. Let the cops chase us around. Best is gone where something might be found to take his place. Hey, Jetsam, it's toward my heart. There's only one thing I couldn't start.
Good night, everybody.
How great are those tunes? All the way back to the 90s. Thanks for that. I needed that tonight. Also, thanks to Balcom and Green for bringing us Jim Blossom's very own Robin Wilson and his son. And thank you all for coming out today. None of this could happen without you. And our sponsors, a big shout out to Larry and Susan Marks, also Rick and Linda Keister, Alpine Bank, and Encore Electric. Don't forget, you can still rally. You can definitely go to rallythevalley.org, rallythevalley.org. Make any kind of donation you want from today until whenever, rallythevalley.org to help local cancer patients. Also like to thank Marlene Miller. Your donation will be matched, fully matched, thanks to all your generous support tonight. Thank you everyone on the interweb for coming out tonight and being part of this year's Rally the Valley 2020. We're going to close things out. We're lucky enough to have more live music from Let Them Roar. So adios, everyone. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy Let Them Roar.
Thank you, and thanks everyone who's listening at home and everyone here at the Ute. We're Let Them Roar, and we are rallying for Lauren Sontag, Karen Marie Hogan, Renee Ramjay, Mary, Margaret, and Steve, who are big supporters of Let Them Roar, my cousin Holly, Mariela and Pedro, Mateo's Aunt Armeda, elder of family of 8, who just got out of the hospital, Melissa Jankowski, Elith Fillmore Cannon, and everyone facing cancer who doesn't have health insurance or access to quality care.
Break me open, you'll find moonless night. Deepest dark where the stars can shine. Moonless night. Cut from a bolt of velvet cloth. Moonless night. Fluttering wings of a searching moth. Moonless night. Moon, moon, moonless night. Moon, moonless night. Moon, moon, moonless night. Moon, moonless night. Magic nothing stays the same. Release from the refrain, rising from the flame. We are creatures of the play, the roots of everyone, and we're singing up the sun at the break of day, the dawning of the day. Unstoppable. Another world is possible. Unstoppable. Another world is possible. Pueblo unido, jamás será vencido. 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 Unstoppable. Thank you. That's Matteo Sandate on the electric guitar. Olivia Pevic, Ashton Toffer. I'm Sophia Clark. what they seem. Help each other, help them join along. They have sung the glory song. We've been asked what's going on. There is grace for everyone. We are love and light. We've always been alright, shining like the stars in the night. We are peace and quiet. We've always been alright. And darkness must set in to see our light. We've been shown the mountaintop, seen the tracks of your tears. We have known the answer, my friend. The song for everyone, but now it's done. It's grace for We are love and light. We've always been alright. The darkness must set in to see our light. And we are love and light. We've always been alright. The darkness must set in to see our light. And we are peace and quiet ones. We've always been alright. The darkness must set in to see our light. And we are peace and quiet. We've always been alright. Darkness will see our light. We are not the broken ones. We are not the foolish ones. We are not the frightened ones. We are not the silent ones. We are not the violent ones. We are not the only ones. We are not the broken ones. We are not the foolish ones. We are not the frightened ones. We are not the silent ones. We are not the violent ones. We are not the only ones. Who are we? We are children of the dream. Things are not what they seem. Help each other, help them join along. They have sung the glory song. We've been asked what's going on. There is grace for everyone. We are love and light. We've always been alright, shining like the stars in the night. And we are peace and quiet. We've always been alright. Darkness must set in to see what's right. We are love and light.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, Rally the Valley. Rally the Valley.